Ever since the release of the trailer for chapters 27 and 28, many people has been very curious about Grave's identity. And so naturally, there were some speculations regarding this topic within the community, with some people initially speculating that she might be a corrupted version of Snow White because of the fact that she's wielding one of the 7 dwarfs. But obviously, this theory died pretty quickly because Grave doesn't look anything like Snow White, and Snow White should be fighting raptors in the kingdom while we are exploring the Crystal region. And of course, it was pretty clear when he finally met Grave in chapter 28 that she is not Snow White. However, there is one popular theory about Grave's identity, which is the topic of this video. And this theory is that Grave's real identity is none other than Dorothy's friend from Overzone, Pina. Now, the main reason why people were considering this as a possibility is because just like Pina, Grave is also a mass-produced Nikke, and their similar hair color suggests that the two of them are both Product 23 models. Additionally, we know that Overzone happened 100 years ago, meaning that Pina would be over 100 years old if she is still alive. And we know that Grave herself has been confirmed to be over 100 years old. However, we know that Pina spent time with the Gotta Squad in Overzone. So if Grave really is Pina, then why did Grave say that she never met the members of the Gotta Squad? Well, one of the possible explanations I've seen for this is that Pina's corruption might have caused her to lose her memories. Because Red Hood confirmed it herself that her corruption caused her to lose some of her memories. So it's possible that the same thing happened to Pina. Another possible explanation is that she lost her memories because the trauma caused by her own death in Overzone triggered a mind switch. And so her nymph forced a reset on her brain to help her adapt to the trauma, causing her to lose some of her memories. And speaking of Pina's corruption, you're probably asking that if Grave really is Pina, then why is Grave not corrupted? Well, the people who support the Grave is Pina theory actually came up with a very good explanation for this. Because we know from the piece of paper that Papillon found in the Vapaus facility from chapter 19 that Cinderella, aka Anachiro, was injected with the Vapaus. This is the reason why Cindy is no longer corrupted when she woke up in chapter 32. And so people were suggesting that perhaps the corrupted Pina was also taken to this facility and her corruption was fixed thanks to the Vapaus. The two of them being taken to the same facility would also explain how Grave and Cindy met each other. But is Grave really Pina? Personally for now, I don't think so. Because first of all, the two of them being mass-produced Nikkes doesn't automatically mean that they are the same person even if they are the same model. And we're not even sure yet if Grave really is a Product 23 because Soldier FA also has this same hair color. As for corruption erasing her memories, well, currently Red Hood is the only Nikke who experienced memory loss because of corruption. Every other corrupted Nikke we know of still had their memories intact after having their corruption fixed. And Red Hood's case is unique in the first place because she's the only Nikke who was able to resist her own corruption for so long. So it's possible that her ability to resist her corruption is the reason why she lost her memories. Maybe her corruption was erasing her memories on purpose to make it harder for her to resist. And we know that Pina wasn't really able to resist her corruption, so I don't think that her case is similar to Red Hood's. As for the trauma of her own death causing her to lose her memories, well, Neon experienced this exact same scenario in chapter 24 after she and Anise were one-shot by in the villa. However, the only memories that Neon lost were the traumatic ones. So if Pina's death caused her to lose memories, then I don't think that it will include memories of her time with the Gotta Squad. After all, those aren't traumatic memories. But speaking of Pina's death, this is actually the main reason why Grave can't be Pina. Because yes, Nikkes can be brought back to life, but that's under the condition of their brain remaining intact. Now, I've seen people argue that we never saw where Pina got hit, but we know the protocol when it comes to dealing with corrupted Nikkes.
Over here, Commander. Commander. Thank you for your bandage.
And even if Pina's brain did remain intact, you still need to store it in a brain shelter or the brain will eventually die. And I don't think that they have brain shelters during Art Guardian, because if that were the case, then I don't think that the Gotta Squad would have buried all the dead Nikkes. And Art Guardian lasted for at least another month after Pina died, so there's no way that Pina's brain isn't dead for good. And currently, the only Nikkes who were able to come back from this permanent death are the two queens, because we know that they died first before their bodies were taken by the Raptures. And I think that everyone agrees that Pina is not going to become a Rapture Queen. Just to be clear, I'm not saying that Grave can't be Pina, because I think that it's still a possibility as long as Shifter provides a good explanation on why Pina is still alive. And honestly, I'm also curious on the possible interaction between Grave and Dorothy if Grave really is Pina. Now, to be honest, Grave being a corrupted Nikke who was taken to the Vapaus facility and then injected with the Vapaus makes a lot of sense, even if she is not Pina. After all, there are hints in the story that Grave is indeed a Nikke without a nymph. Because if you don't know, the nymph doesn't just prevent Nikkes from harming humans, it also prevents them from harming other Nikkes as well. This is the reason why Diesel was unable to shoot Crow when they met in chapter 24. But Grave is able to harm other Nikkes like when she fought Rappy in chapter 30. In fact, she would have taken Rappy's life if Rappy didn't transform into Red Hood. So even if Grave isn't Pina, there is a very high chance that just like Cindy, she was also subjected to the Vapaus experiments. So yeah, I agree that Grave might actually be a Nikke without a nymph. But anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.